In this video, I show you my sleeping setup for RV transport and talk about some of the important things you need to know before you start sleeping in your truck. Here it is, the Taj Mahal, my incredible sleeping apparatus. It's not much to look at. Welcome to my camping setup. It's not much. So I have an ARE-Z topper that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace for like 700 bucks. And when I first bought it, I didn't think I'd ever be sleeping in it. Right now, you'll see behind me, I have some of those silver RV window covers. I got the material off of Amazon, and so I put Velcro on it because this cap has like a carpet insulation you can see right above here. And so I just put the window covers over. Typically, I run the side ones all the time, and then I put one at the front. You'll see where you can see my cab, at night, just so I get a little bit more insulation. And I'm sleeping on a Coleman cot. It was like 50 bucks, and then I just put a kind of cheap memory foam pad on top, and I have a 0-degree sleeping bag that I run with a hood. And so I don't have a heater in here. Coldest I've slept in this so far has been 19 degrees, and it was cold. I was wearing Under Armour, a hat, socks. I was basically fully clothed with a jacket on, and I was warm. I made it through the night. Me and the dog made it through the night, and we were fine, but it definitely wasn't super comfortable. And so I have already posted the video talking about my plans for the Tuska Outdoors Hitchhiker, but that is what I'm going to be using. It'll let me camp in harsh climates because of the foam, and it will give me just a lot more flexibility to be able to sleep wherever. My plan to heat and cool that will be a little interesting. I'm not quite sure if I want to put something on the roof, like a roof AC heating unit, or if I'm going to buy, there's a EcoWave product that has a battery and you can get, it does heat and AC, and so I might just get that because then I don't have to buy anything or have anything mounted on the Hitchhiker. I can just run it as is. But yeah, my current setup is pretty basic, and I'll go ahead and show you just some of the weak points of it at the moment. But I mean, it is a place to sleep, and the main thing is it lets me stretch out. A lot of the guys that do hot shots and RV transport are sleeping in their cab, and you can't really stretch out fully in your cab unless you're on the shorter side. And I'm almost 6 feet, so that doesn't quite work for me. I tried doing it one night and was like, I'm not doing that again. So one of the big weaknesses of this is just the tailgate seam here. So you'll see that seam, you can see daylight through there. The wind comes in when it's cold through there. And so what I've taken to doing is just piling my bag and basically like dirty clothes bag, anything that would help to block the wind out when I'm sleeping in here. I can't really sit fully upright. It's still like a decent place to sit. Like you can sit and you just have to kind of bend your head forward. I have this down just for light so you can see, but if I close this, you'll see this is the window cover setup I have. So I got these off of Amazon for like 20 bucks, and if someone's interested, I can give you the link. But they come with Velcro stickies, and if you have a cap like the Z, you can just put them over your windows and it'll keep a lot more of the heat in. I have one on the other side too. Yeah, and I have a couple more over here. This one right here is for the dog. So I'll fold this up and put it under her bed at night. That one that's folded up is for the front window, and then you can see I have another one on the other side. So, I mean, all in all, it probably stays 10 to 12 degrees warmer in here than it does from the outside, and you're protected from the wind. It's probably not as warm as sleeping in your cab because this isn't totally weather sealed. But again, I've debated totally weather sealing it and like getting kind of the double tube rubber that people will put on their bed rails to seal the cap in. But really with the Hitchhiker, I don't really see a need to invest more in my current setup, if I'm being totally honest. Like I'm kind of at a point where I'm just trying to hold on until then, and I really don't want to have to do more mods to this current setup. It definitely isn't great though, because like I'm sleeping with my tools. Like I have my 3-ton jack here, I have my jumper cables, and then on the other side I have my timbrins and a bunch of other stuff. But again, it does work. It's enough room for me and the dog, and when we're in here, that's kind of what the setup is. Sleeping bag goes on top of the cot. I have some baskets where my tools, and like this is like the breakaway battery right here, and then I'll put my duffel over there in the corner. And then underneath the cot, I have, these are my weight distribution bars. Those are the clamps for the weight distribution bars. I have wheel chocks, I have my socket sets, and again, it ain't much, but it gets the job done. It was pretty easy to set up. Just took me a little bit of time to get the window covers dialed in, and you know, I mean, it's not, definitely not bougie, and I didn't spend a lot of time on it, but this cot was like $50 on Amazon. It's pretty wide, and I fit on it, and I'm 5'11", so works good. I appreciate you checking out the channel. I will have more to come on this setup. It's going to be changing to the hitchhiker and the deck system very soon, so be sure you subscribe to see that. I'm super excited and can't wait to get that build started. Cheers.